I think what we're seeing in the housing recovery is in many ways typical of the recovery period of any previous cycle. What is probably the most different about this one is really reflective of the depth and duration of the downturn. And so what we're seeing is a lot of the labor force has been permanently reassigned or doing other things. So pulling people back into the building trades has taken longer and has required sort of more wage incentives than in previous cycles. And then on the land side, we essentially had worked through the entire finished lot inventory over the last 4 or 5 years. And there's definitely a substantial lag pretty much across the country in the availability of finished lots in desirable locations. I think that's a condition that's general to probably the top 20 markets in the U.S. We went through a very long and deep housing depression. Virtually no lots have been put on the ground in the last 4 or 5 years, except for the largest builders who have consumed those lots for their own business. So the market out there for finished lots remains really tight. Now we're starting to see signs across the country that developers are getting back into the game. Capital is loosening up a little bit. You're starting to see a lot more entitlement activity in key markets. So I would expect in the next 12 to 18 months that we'll start to see an influx of good quality and good quantity of finished lots. I think if there's one really unusual thing about this housing recovery is that it has not been led by extensive job creation. And what we have seen in previous recoveries is really job demand, job growth, pulls housing along with it. And we're still seeing anemic job numbers in almost every market in the country, but yet housing is starting to recover. And I think that's really a function of employment security. The 92, 93% of people out there that have got a job are feeling more secure about the prospect of keeping it. And that's really what's sort of unleashing a lot of the demand. But in order for this recovery to be sustainable, we're definitely going to have to see more job growth across the country.